Dear Troll, no second chances to not nice people. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics. Dear Troll, y'all know I have a troll on my channel. And, I wish everyone well. And, I'm a firm believer in second chances, third chances, and fourth chances, and so forth, for right people and for people that simply have made mistakes. Okay, I got that. And yet, I don't give second chances to people who are not deserving of it. Whether it's a professional relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's any other kind of relationship. So second chances, I believe, are reserved for people who are deserving of them. Sometimes we don't give second chances even to people that, well, maybe have a really, really good side to them, but yet we have found out a side that we don't like that's probably not going to disappear, at least not in the near future. So, for me, I've had this numerous times in life where I've had someone that I really, really liked in the very beginning. I really got along with. I really thought they were cool. And then as I got to know them, I found out things that were significant enough that I didn't want to continue on in the relationship, at least not up close and personal. So when I leave a relationship, I sometimes, I very politely, kindly back up. I do. And I give it time to make sure that I am actually accurate in my information and my thinking and my decision. Because what if we dump somebody and really they were just having an off day or kind of a, not a usual day, or they were going through something, that's not an excuse for bad behavior. And yet, what if we, a lot of times people rush in and end a relationship and then they regret it. But what happens if you've given it time and you realize after that time that you want to, exit that relationship, and you want to do it on a polite level? And so for me, I've had numerous relationships in life. If you live long enough, you're probably going to have more than one. And that I've decided that for one reason or another, I didn't want to continue on with. So what happens when they hold on? When you've said, politely, kindly, exited goodbye in one way or the other, and yet they just keep holding on one way or the other, like a troll does. Like a troll holds on and gives you thumbs down all the time as soon as your video comes up. Or, they don't usually make comments, because if they make comments, then you know who they are and you can block them and all that kind of stuff. But of course, I know who my trolls are. Anyhow, and sometimes what really happens is they don't really want to let go. They resent it that you let go, even though you gave them the chance to let go, and they didn't want you. And so you let go in a polite, nice way, but they weren't happy with that. So they kind of troll you, or they kind of stick to you. Or I remember this movie, and I can't remember the name of it. And it had two big stars in it. It was like the late 70s or maybe early 80s. And I think it was Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. And, he had like this affair with her briefly, and then she started stalking him and his family and all of that. So I was thinking about that movie today. And trolls are sort of like that. They kind of stalk you, even if it's virtually or in person. It can be in person for that matter. And so that's why here on social media, you've got to really guard your privacy a lot, I think, because you never know what people are out there. And necessarily, you don't always know who they are. But sometimes you do know who they are, or you have a very good idea who they are. But I always wish all people the very best. I wish them goodness in their life. And when you walk away from a relationship, and yet someone else doesn't want to necessarily walk away from the relationship, or if they resent that you walked away from the relationship, or if they resent something about you, and it's usually based on jealousy, then, the thing about it is that they're not going on to live their best life. You're going on to live your best life, and they resent that, but they're not going anywhere. They're stuck. Because as long as they're stuck stalking you, so to speak, or trolling you, or thinking about you, or focused on you, or focused on the relationship, it doesn't matter who left each other or anything like that. it was for the good of a relationship sometimes, for the good of everybody. Not all people belong together, and sometimes we find out people are different than what we thought when we first met them. It can be amazing. People can just appear one way and be really very much different. Sometimes people are going through their time of self-identity crisis, changeovers, whatever, and so sometimes they're unhappy, and sometimes they resent other people's happiness. I don't know. Everybody's different, and so I always wish people the best, and I always say, dear troll, whoever you are out there, whether I know you or don't know you or knew you, or whether you thought you knew me or whatever, find your best life. And your best life is not being focused and consumed with stalking someone else, or running around to their social media, or giving them thumbs down, or just thinking and being fixated on them and talking about them behind their back or whatever. Let go for your sake, let go in a right way, a kind way. So, the way you let go is the way you're going to go forward. So if you don't let go in a right way at something, then you're unlikely to go forward in a healthy way. You want to let go in a healthy way by just letting go. If someone doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, I believe in letting go, and letting go kindly. But some people don't think like that, and they never move on in their life. They're always stuck. In this unhappiness. And, it's sad. So I always pray for people like that, whether they be trolls or anybody else. But yet for me, I disconnect. I don't keep the welcome mat open. I don't go try to be nice. If I see them at the store, I just kind of look the other way. Now you might say, oh, Dianna Brianne, that's terrible. You need to be nice and polite and kind and thoughtful and all that stuff to people. I am that. And yet, when it comes to people that I truly realize are not being nice, I really look the other way. I mind my own business, because you don't want to open that door. You don't want to connect in any way for a number of reasons. And so I stay disconnected in every way. Sometimes in a workplace, it can be more challenging. I think for me, and everyone's different, and I don't give advice, suggestions, information, but for me, if I were in a workplace and say I had a close relationship with somebody and they weren't going to leave that workplace, I'm not going to fight that battle. I probably would end up, for me personally, and I'm not saying this is right for everyone, I'm saying it's right for me, I'd probably leave that workplace. If it was a church and that, I was going to constantly be around that person, me personally, I'd probably leave that church and find another. Even if I liked it. You say, well, that's not right. You have to leave your job. You have to leave your church. Well, of course, I'm not going to probably abruptly leave it until I find something better, but I'm not going to keep myself in an environment where there's that relationship that's not healthy. I don't want to be in an unhealthy situation. Sometimes leaving, it can be the best thing we can do. Some people are stubborn. They won't leave. Well, I'm going to stay here no matter what. I deserve to be here. Yeah, you deserve to be there. But is it the best thing for you? Sometimes letting go can be the best thing for you. Okay, so I just thought I'd come on here and share that with you. And like I said, I wish everyone only good things. And, but for me, I just move on in life and I stay focused on all the good stuff. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I do hope you like, share, subscribe. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.